Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Alejandro Henao, and this is a shortcomings or wish list video. I hope this is helpful for the teams that will be taking over the future iterations of BOLO 4.0. So let's jump right into it. So one thing that's very important, and this is per the product owner, is that there should be BOLO templates. And what you mean by BOLO templates is, for instance, this is a BOLO of a theft, particularly a boat. So if we click on the details, here we have no information that is pertaining to a boat. We just have a generic template for suspects that have committed crimes or anything of the other categories. So for instance, this is a narcotics suspect, and that would be more appropriate because it's an actual person, they have a height, they have a weight, potential address, tattoos and scars, and they have license number plates and all that good stuff. Um, Another thing is a root admin functionality, also for the supervisor. Um, let's say that I'm a supervisor of my agency of Pinecrest, and I have access to the admin. As you can see here, other users wouldn't have this unless they have administrator or supervisor access, particularly root admin. Um, Here I can go to user management, and I'll have a list of all the users within the system. So let's say I want to keep an eye on Frank Alvarado to make sure that he is subscribed to receive notifications from other agencies. If you notice here, there's really nothing that can show that. Further, if we want to subscribe him to other agencies, that would be great as well. Um, to have this here as maybe some type of checkboxes with the different agencies or drop-down menu like we do in the user options. If we go to notifications within user options, you're able to subscribe to um, other agencies. Let's subscribe to FIU, and if you can see here, FIU has been selected. But for now, let's go ahead and unsubscribe and leave it as is. We want to have this ability not just for my particular options, but for the options of people that I'm supervising. The other thing is the root admin, the ability to delete agencies. So if we go to agency management, we'd like to be able to delete agencies, or say if the agencies are no longer part of the system. Um, right now, it's the system is looking to be piloted, and a lot of agencies are looking to get on board. So they're figuring out funding and all that good stuff. But let's say an agency no longer wants to be part of the system, which I don't see being the case, but you want to have the ability to remove them. So the other one is to activate preview on edit pages. So let's say that we are in edit mode. There's no preview activated at the moment. We just ran out of time with this one here with the tech dev and also the time constraints. Whereas with a new BOLO, you do have the preview available, and let's say that you wanted to create a BOLO, and we're just going to leave it empty. You're able to preview this BOLO either via the HTML preview or the PDF itself, and this generates the PDF without actually storing the BOLO into the database. So that's a nice feature. Another feature is this. Let's say we do click on this PDF, particularly PDF. If we click on it, it doesn't open up into another tab. This is something that would be nice, so you don't have to continue to press back. So I'll add that here for any future teams that'll be working on this. Another thing that we kind of, again, we were under quite a bit of pressure. It was really challenging and really fun. But since we had four of us working on this and we're really steamrolling through features, there was, by our mentors, they asked us to focus less on testing because there's going to be a lot of exploratory testing and pilot verification testing from the Village of Pinecrest Police Department's pilot tests. They told us to take our focus away from this and continue to pump out features, which we did quite a bit here. Really proud of the work we did. One cool feature that we added was the filtering of agencies. So let's say there's hundreds of these BOLOs from hundreds of different agencies. For right now, it seems like we only have Pinecrest. We want to be able to filter this, but let's say right now we can only filter by one agency. Um, there is an FIU one here, perfect. So what if we wanted to see FIU and Pinecrest? So implementing that would probably be pretty simple, but again, the constraints and tech debt. This would be a really nice feature to add to the system. The other one here is security. Um, let's say that we're going to log in and I put in an erroneous password. Now, it won't let you log in, obviously. You can reset the password if you know the registered email of the user. But we want to be able to, let's say we do this a few times, we want to make sure to be able to have another verification as an extra safety for the system. So one of the things that we'd also like, and actually before we continue here, let me just put in the correct password for this user. One of the other things that we'd like is we do have record tracking. So you have the ability to edit the BOLOs. And if you edit the BOLO, you can see who's actually updated this BOLO. One of the ways that you can do that is by going through the details view and viewing record. Now, this is just a simple text or string that's been appended to this BOLO, and it shows the last time it was edited. We would like to make this into links so that you can actually click on this and you would be able to see a PDF of the actual BOLO or a rendering of this BOLO. More than likely PDF would be a good option, but I guess that's up to the future designers here and engineers. The other thing is that now this does support mobile devices, but we want to have a mobile specific user interface. With Bootstrap, we've been able to have this collapse and do all these fun stuff that you're capable of doing with Bootstrap, which allows you to view it on a mobile device. But we really want to have something that's specific to mobile devices. Now this will require some testing on a range of devices, and that can get a little hairy, but there are some applications out there. Again, time constraints, tech debt that we had were really under the bullwhip here, which made this application really fun to work on. In all honesty, it was a really great experience working with the IBM Bluemix platform. That's the other thing I'd say that would be on the wish list, is to be able to use some of those other really cool features that the IBM platform has, such as Watson. Watson functionality and integration for facial recognition. We presented to the Miami Association of Chiefs of Police today, and one thing that the Miami-Dade Police Department has is a system that they can upload pictures to. Say, for instance, this handsome fellow here. They can upload his picture, and if there's any other pictures within their system, it's separate from BOLOs, it would do some type of facial recognition. Now, integrating this system with that would be quite easy because of the architecture of the system, of the BOLO 4.0 system, but it's something that we would love to have played with a little bit more time. That concludes the video. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. We are more than willing to help out any future students taking on this project. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as we did. Thank you, and good luck.